I don't do this for fun. This is not a sport to me. I don't enjoy it. I hate training. I hate fighting. This is sport. I was born for this. I have no choice. I'm in here to kill. That's it. Pain. That's all I know.
See, most people think Tate just showed up one day in a Bugatti, saying wild things on the internet, living the dream. But what they don't get, it didn't start with millions. It didn't start with cars or watches or women. It started with nothing. Right now, the difference between where you are and where Andrew Tate is, it's not luck, it's not talent, it's not rich people who handed him everything, or not even a miracle. It is actually very, very simple. It's mindset. His mindset. And the thing about Tate, it didn't just happen. It was built. Through his childhood, through fighting, through losing, through watching the world for what it really is. Brutal, unforgiving, and real. It's not about money in the bank. It's not about followers. It's about power over yourself. About choice. About control. The way he sees it, you either own your life or you're owned by it. He was born in Washington, D.C., but raised in a rough neighborhood in Luton, England. His dad, Emery Tate, was a chess master. One of the smartest men you've never heard of, but not rich. I mean, not that type of rich as we imagine today, but he was not broke either. And that's where Andrew learned his first ever lesson. Life is a game, and if you don't learn to play, you get played. Tate didn't grow up safe. He often described his childhood neighborhood as a dangerous place, where boys constantly bullied each other and racial discrimination was harsh. His father, Emery, was African American, married to a white English woman, Eileen. Growing up in that environment, Andrew didn't have the chance to be soft. He saw his father stand tall even when they had nothing. No asking for favors, no relying on others, just a fierce sense of pride and unshakable will. His dad never bowed to anyone, and that left a mark on him. That's where his idea of strength was born. Most of us are taught to be nice, polite, obedient, to smile at strangers, and all the other stuff our baby boomer and millennial parents taught us. But Tate, he was taught to be tough, to survive, to think, and more importantly, to never expect anyone to save him. Andrew learned from a very young age that no parents, no family would hand you anything for nothing. He didn't have any trust funds. Also, his father didn't include him in any elite circles. Well, I think you understand that being a world chess champion has its privileges, but Andrew wasn't part of those privileges either. Instead of chess, he was hitting kickboxing, but still very strategically. And we can't say he knew exactly what he was doing back then. It was all intuitive. He just knew he had to be better than his opponents, he had to be different, he had to find a way to make it work. And sure enough, he did. While he wasn't brilliant at kickboxing, it taught him a huge lesson. Pain, endurance, control, and focus make you stronger. And he carried that mindset into everything else. You can't win anything until you win yourself first. You have to break your mind, your soul. He didn't care about applause. He cared about power. Power over himself, power over his fears, power over his future. And here's what most people miss. Tate's success didn't come from chasing comfort. It came from chasing freedom. And freedom, that costs everything. Time, effort, rejection, risk. Most of us aren't willing to pay. He was. It's not just about quitting games, or picking up a book, or working harder. It is on another level, which is very hard to understand. A level that makes you so miserable at first, so down and worthless, it is like standing naked in front of 1,000 people. While we were waiting for opportunities, Tate was creating them, hustling, making moves no one saw. And I swear, it's so hard to work without appreciation, to work like you're doing it all in vain, again and again, doing things that don't pay off. But somewhere deep down, you know, and you feel it will work one day. The problem is, most of us don't have the patience or the will to work without rewards. But he did. He worked like hell without earning a dime, without praise or support, just him and his brother, Tristan, the reason he became who he is. He looked around and saw the truth. Nothing has changed since the Egyptian pyramid construction days. We're still the same slaves to a system someone else built for us. He saw that we're sleeping on our dreams like they're too unreal to chase. He saw what the system made us believe, that we have to stay in our place, not question our work, and just accept it. Tate refused to be a slave. He refused to be normal, because normal to him looked like weakness. Normal looked like giving up, like settling. He chose war. And that war, it wasn't just with the world. It was with himself. Every day, discipline over feelings, action over doubt, control over chaos. That's the core of his mindset. control over his time, over his money, over his mind, and people don't get it. They think it's all about flexing, about showing off, but it's not. For Tate, it's about never needing anyone, about never having to ask, about never being told what he can or can't do. That's why he doesn't fold. That's why he says what he wants, does what he wants, and dares anyone to stop him. You see, Tate's not afraid of hate. He's not afraid of failure. He's afraid of wasting potential, of looking back and knowing he could have done more. He built his world brick by brick, loss after loss, fight after fight, business after business, and he never quit. He's failed more than most people ever tried, but that's why he wins, because failure to him is just part of the game, a move on the board, not the end. What made him? Well, I think it sounds a bit too perfect to just say he made himself, but in reality, everything around him played a part in who he is now. Well, you and me, we tend to look at our surroundings differently. We blame TikTok for wasted time. We blame our parents for childhood trauma. We say school sucks. 9 to 5 sucks. Basically, we focus on what holds us down the most, but people like Tate and Andrew himself, they focus on what lifts them. Like, school is fine if it teaches you something. A 9 to 5 job is useful if it gives you your first taste of money and responsibility. That kind of mindset is what shaped him. His father played a role. His mother, his brother, but more than anyone, he was the one who broke himself down and built himself back up. He never gave in. He watched how society breaks men, how it softens them, tells them to wait, to play it safe, to settle for average. And he rejected all of it. That's why he is who he is. That's why he's loud, why he's bold, why he's free. Because he did what most won't. He took control over what is reality for him. But of course, he has some terrible advice too. Like, women are property of men, and don't pretend to be depressed since depression isn't real, which damages his image a lot. Some people think this is all part of his plan, and that in reality, he doesn't truly believe these things. But either way, we have to take what's useful from everyone. His success was built with sweat and the right mindset. That doesn't mean all his advice is right. He's human, and humans make mistakes. So my idea is this: don't idolize him. Look at him as a case study, a part of our learning. Look at him the way you'd look at your parents. You don't follow all their advice, even if they want the best for you. So when you see Tate now understand this didn't come from luck. It didn't come from being gifted. It came from a decision to never settle, to never stop, to never be on. That's the real Andrew Tate, and most will never get it. Thanks for watching and growing with me. Stay you.